Hello, friends, enemies. It's me, V. This is my this is my favorite shirt that I put on, and I didn't notice this. And then, as I was making sure everything was right, I saw the stain, and I'm upset because when I had this washed, I made sure to put on my stuff, my spray and shout. And I don't think this. I thought that this was ice cream, and the way the stain is, it must have been. I'm gonna be honest. It must have not been ice cream. Because I thought this was ice cream, but it's obviously not ice cream. It must be not bleach. Must be grease. How the hell did I get bleach out of grease? Must be grease. And this happens with all of my shirts. Anytime I get a favorite shirt, there is somehow grease will always fall on it. I don't know how. Either I'll be cooking grease or I'll be carrying a food dish that is greasy and it'll spill, and it either spills right here or right here. This shirt that I bought that I talk so awesome about, my Etsy shirt, I put it on. There was a grease stain that I originally thought was water. I'm like, oh, I guess I got water on it. Well, it'll dry. And then I felt it and I'm like, it's dry. Shit. And that is the story of my life. Whatever happens, I always manage to get grease on me. Some way, somehow, on a shirt that I really like. It happened to the Voltaire shirt. It happened again with Girls Bite Back or whatever shirt. I need to calm down. My palpitations, my heart palpitations, have started to increase as I've gotten more stressed. It has never been like this. I don't know why the fuck it's happening now, but to anyone who is obese or morbidly obese like myself, or severely obese, for the love of God, lose weight so this shit doesn't happen as much. Now, some people are like, well, it could also be stress and anxiety, Veronica. I have been stressed and anxiety since I was 10 years old. That's why I got put on Zyrtec, because I broke out in hives and my allergies, but mostly because I break out in hives. So, in order to stop myself from breaking out in hives, I've been on Zyrtec for quite a while. And bullshit, I've been on Zyrtec for years. And this whole anxiety, my heart racing, has been since I want to say January. I think I've been, I want to say that I've been saying that I've been having heart palpitations since January. So something happened in January to where now in February it is increasing. That's not normal. That's fucked up. I'm 30. I'm in my 30s. I should not be having heart palpitations. Even though I like to laugh and say that I'm 30. I'm 30. I haven't been 30 in 5 years. Obviously something's going on. But that's not the reason. I got good news and I got bad news. Good news first. I am 220.6 pounds. That's right. I am 220.6, which means I am 0.6 pounds away from my original weight when I started Weight Watchers. I have to check my 94. My heart rate is 94 according to my Fitbit. Calm down. Don't get myself excited. Now, what bad news am I speaking of? Bad news that I'm speaking of is that I am realizing that I'm not making as much headway as I would like. And I have to deal with the fact that one of the things I did that fucked me over is I said I'm not having any vending machine snacks from work. I did well until yesterday. Yesterday I was like, I want a Twix bar. Bought a Twix bar. And as I'm sitting there with my Twix bar, I then went, why does this feel weird? What is this about? Why am I feeling weird about this Twix bar? Oh, that's because I'm not supposed to have it. Fuck. The brownies that I bought. I bought brownies And these are the killer brownies. I also went and bought myself yummy taffy. The issue is that I bought this before I said I am going to actually buckle down and actually look at what it is I'm eating and be honest and truthful. I did not think, hey, wait a minute. You have some back orders that you bought for a later day because it would be cheaper than you paying the $13 and something change in shipping to get it, recently, or not recently, but yeah, essentially. The yummy taffy I bought from Amazon. It's banana toffee. It's really delicious, really sweet, and I can go through 3 or 4 because they're 50 grams. It's very small, but I can go through it. It's 150 calories for the whole packaging. Here's the issue. Like I said, and it wasn't even January. December is actually when I bought that one, because I bought it December 28th, and they said, hey, you can get it now, or you could wait till possibly February when we'll ship it to you, and it'll be cheaper, and you won't have to pay as much. And I said, I want that deal, because I wanted to get more bang. And now I was like, wait for this package to come in, because I checked Amazon, and it's supposed to be here by the 15th. It's supposed to be here by the 15th. That makes me then go, well, I fucked myself with that. The killer brownies. I heard good things about them, so I was like, I'll get the killer brownies. Didn't really think, if I get the killer brownies, that means I'm gonna have sugar in the house. And I want to make sure that I get away from sugar. So yes, those are bad things that happen to me. All I can do is learn from them. I did track them. The killer brownie, I'm assuming it's 557 calories according to Lose It. However, there was another one that said it was 660 maybe, but there's no actual way of. These are, I gotta figure out how many calories these damn brownies are. They're very, let me show you. Okay, got them out of the freezer. So these are the brownies themselves. The one on your right, my left, is the confetti. That one right there that I'm pointing at, my right, your left. That one is, I believe it is the salted caramel. Yeah, salted, I want to say this is the salted caramel, and that this is the Oreo and cookies. And then this is the raspberry. As you can see, 2 are missing. Well, I'm not eating that now. It fell on the ground. Damn it. If it hadn't fallen on my carpeting face down, I probably would have eaten it, but I'm thinking about the fact that I have had my mom come in, and I'm not talking this year, like last year. She came in, she had on her mask and everything, but she had her shoes on. I don't wear shoes in this apartment just because I don't want a tracking thing in. But she had her shoes on, and she was sitting in this chair, and her feet were there. So I'm just thinking of germs. So I'm one of those people where if I let somebody in my house, I don't eat off the carpeting. It's very rare. But yeah, this was how much was left from that brownie. I really hate it, but I'm not. I can't. I mentally cannot eat. When things, again, it's just germs, mentally germs. I've always been paranoid of germs. But yeah, that's one of the things that happened. They came in, and I was like, oh, cool. Oh, no. That was my reaction when that came in. One thing I will say that I've learned right now is that when it comes to food, I need to stop planning for the future and think about what exactly I need and want, and then think about how is that going to help me. those two brownies that I had, the confetti, I didn't like it. The Oreos and cream one that I had, as you could see, I had scraped off the top of it. It was just too sweet for me. I couldn't get into it, and now I'm stuck with 6 brownies that I bought at the time because I was like, ooh, it'll be really fun. And I realized they were fun for the first two or three bites. They were fun, but then it became a chore because it was just a lot of sugar. And ooh, I put it on my bare leg, and it's been in the freezer. I should have put it on my pants, but I put it on my bare leg, and that was cold. No, what I'm trying to say is that the thing that I'm realizing is once you start to give up sugar, it'll take a while, but you'll start to notice differences. What differences I'm speaking about have to do with the fact that being lethargic after eating sugar. Those 2 times where I had the brownie, I felt immediately like, oh, I'm so drained. Blah, blah, blah. It took a while for me to go through this whole thing of not having sugar. And I kind of want to see what happens when I don't have sugar as much. And that's one of the things I've noticed. When I have sugar, I immediately just feel lethargic. And I notice other side effects as well. Bloating. And other stuff. I can't think of anything. At the moment, which is why I'm like, and stuff. Besides that, I did Life DNA, for those you don't know. I did this like years ago. Years ago. I just want to say again, years ago. So I have no idea what the prices are now. When I did it, I originally had my 23andMe uploaded into the system. And then they were like, hey, okay, because you did this, we're just going to show you these different random things. And cool. Awesome. Then they came out with a meal plan based on your DNA. And I said, really? Based on your DNA? And they had purple carrot and Sunbasket. I'm a part of Sunbasket. So I pretended, because I couldn't see it underneath my actual Sunbasket list. So what I did is I logged myself off, and I pretended that I was going to order Sunbasket. And they said, for you, vegetarian options might be your best thing. And I said, vegetarian options? But I need beef. Not beef. I don't eat beef. I don't eat pork. But I need my chicken. I need my seafood. Blah, blah, blah. So now I am signed up on Sunbasket as vegetarian. But I will say these options for this week has just been all meat. I have shrimp polenta. I had I did have a white bean patty thing that actually filled me up, believe it or not. It was really weird. It was white beans, scallions, some arrowroot, some other paste. I had that filled me up. Next week, I have one thing that's vegetarian, but then the weeks after, I'm really trying to just try it, see if I can maybe do vegetarian. Now the thing is, when I was a kid, I gave up beef and pork because I did this. They had us go and do this thing on, beef and pork, and I did it, and I was like, ooh, I don't want to eat beef or pork. So I kind of got my mom involved as a kid, where she was like, okay, we'll get you, chicken and turkey and try to do that, but I'm still going to have my beef and pork. Since the pandemic, my thought process has been, hey, maybe have seafood once a week, if possible, just because of all the different plastics that's in the ocean. And then, you know what? Try to do a meatless. See if you can do 2 or more meatless meals a week. Have I been successful? Yes, I have been successful with that. However, I want to see if I can do more of it. The only thing is with my polycystic ovarian syndrome, or PCOS, is the fact that, according to the books that I'm reading right now, which is the diet plan, soy isn't really good for me. And a lot of the things that I'm finding And the meal plans has tofu. And tofu, if you don't know, is soybeans. And that makes me go, ooh, I can't have that. Damn it, I really want to try that. So I've been looking at other vegetarian meals that don't necessarily have to have tofu in it. And I just want to do 2 or 3 weeks of the vegetarian options for the ones at least I know I can get away without eating, having tofu in it. If I can do that, then I want to see how further I can go and see if I can go past that and just see how I'm feeling based on that. And then if it's improved, then definitely something I should do over and over. But if it doesn't, then I need to stop and be like, okay, I'm seeing it going in a different way. I'm going to stop right now. That's my main mindset for it. Now, the other thing I want to say is that I put myself down as MyFitnessPal. I haven't been on MyFitnessPal in a year or more, or at least 300 and something days. I did go in once because I saw some people had added me. Hey, I added you back and really want to apologize because I don't use MyFitnessPal. I use Lose It, and with Lose It, you can only find people if you give them your email address or your cell phone number. I don't feel comfortable giving either one out because there are assholes out there, and no puedo, no the fuck I will not. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to re-dye my hair, not this week, but the next 2 weeks. I want to re-dye my hair and just have ion brilliance. That has nothing to do with the story. I'm rambling. I'll talk to you guys later. And as always, fuck Tom Brady.